Today, there's a new Frog Fractions out. We can't say for sure it's not us. This is this is CheckPoint. Welcome to the CheckPoint. We've got news on games.
We've got snarky takes and jibes, and we hope you've learned our names.
Welcome to the CheckPoint. Welcome to the CheckPoint. My name's Graham. His is...
Beej? Beej?
Sony feels a tremendous sense of ownership over Spider-Man, and they are exerting that feeling upon the upcoming Crystal Dynamics-developed Avengers video game in the form of money, we assume. After Sony and Marvel had their very public lovers' quarrel over whether the MCU got visitation rights on Tom Holland, and after ensuring the Spider-Man video game and its upcoming pseudo-sequel would be exclusive to Sony platforms, they've now confirmed that while Spider-Man will appear as a free DLC character in the upcoming Avengers MMO, he won't be available on Xbox or PC ever. Or, as Crystal Dynamics studio head Scott Amos put it in a media roundtable last week, quote, "It comes back to the relationship with Marvel and PlayStation. We happened to be, once you can execute and deliver, when it comes down to choices of where and what Spider-Man can be, that's a relationship question that PlayStation absolutely has the rights to, that, as you guys know, with Sony's ownership there, and Marvel with Sony saying, hey, this is something we can do, this is something we can do on this platform. And so what we do as creators is say, this is an opportunity that we can make something unique and fun and awesome that we will all, you just talked about Black Widow, and to be able to have that experience, so we love the idea of being able to bring this character to the PlayStation players." I think that's code for Sony gave Square Enix a giant pile of money, but it's kind of difficult to parse.
If you're like me, this is the first you're hearing that A, Intellivision still exists as a company, B, they're headed by Tommy Tallarico, better known to me as that dude who jumped around on stage playing electric guitar at Video Games Live, hyping the crowd to hear him play Halo, the theme to the hit video game Halo 2, and C, that Intellivision is rebooting their original console with the Amico, which strikes me as a little weird, since most early console reboots have already come and gone, but I guess there's still a fan base for a console launched 41 years ago. Jesus, is that how old I am? Anyway, that's good news for retro gamers who've been waiting to see their old Intellivision cartridges on their 60-inch screens, except the Amico isn't a retro console. It doesn't take old carts. It's a brand new console with brand new games, some of which are based on old properties, mind you, which will be exclusive to the Amico, which means it's starting to sound like our old friend the Ouya, isn't it? This isn't a reboot at all. It's just another stab at trying to create a walled garden in a field that already has some massive fences. Anyway, the Amico's release has been delayed to April 2021, which is about as interesting to me as when Video Games Live decided to close the show by playing One Winged Angel. You can scream Sephiroth all you want. I'm not convinced it's the fucking apocalypse.
Frog Fractions 3 is actually Frog Fractions 4, and it lives inside a hat. Okay, look, if you don't know what Frog Fractions is, then I don't want to ruin it, so this whole thing is going to sound weird. But for those who do know, the original Frog Fractions is now out on Steam, which is kind of weird in and of itself, but hey, awesome, more people can enjoy the experience. There's also a DLC item to buy, and not only is it making a sly little dig at Ubisoft, a company that for years enabled and protected abusers in a toxic corporate culture, it's also a cute little hat. Discovered by PC Gamer contributor Jonathan Bolding, if you start Frog Fractions while wearing Hop's iconic hat, you actually end up playing a completely new and different Frog Fractions game, which would have been the third by my count, but developer Jim Crawford said that in his headcanon, the ARG surrounding the Frog Fractions 2 Kickstarter was itself Frog Fractions 2, and that Glittermitten Grove was Frog Fractions 3, making this the fourth experience in the series. Anyway, I can't wait to check it out, and a reminder to Mr. Crawford, you're the developer. If it's your headcanon, that's just canon.
Remember gamer hotlines, where you could call Nintendo for tips on how to score 50,000 in Double Dragon while killing some time at the bus station? Well, there's a new one in town, and rather than give help for games, it's offering help for gamers. The Games and Online Harassment Hotline, or GAW, which is just fun to say, is a new, free, text-based hotline open to anyone who wants to talk about emotional issues they're having as a result of the gaming industry. And that's any part of the gaming industry, be you a developer, a Twitch streamer, a journalist, a poop socker, a noob, or a troll. That's right, even if you're texting the hotline just to be an absolute shitbag to people who are earnestly trying to help others, they won't turn you away. And they do expect trolls to show up because this hotline grew out of collaboration between Feminist Frequency and Take This, so they are intimately familiar with online harassment and abuse. Now, the hotline is independent of those groups. They've all gone on record as saying so. But if you're the type of person that gets satisfaction from dishing out harassment, then I've got some friendly advice for you. Text support to 23368 from anywhere within the USA and get talking to someone who wants to help. It's 2020, man. It's been pretty bad everywhere, and all we have is each other, right?
That's great. I wonder if there's any way we can help.
We should figure out a way to send people puppies via text message for support and therapy.
Just like lots of puppy emojis?
No, like a box of live puppies.
Via text message?
Sure.
I don't think we have that technology.
Have we asked pets.com? Coming up, the Ultimate Typing Championship has returned, pitting the top typists of an online typing test against each other for cash prizes and DAS keyboards. Typing is esports now, squad, so dust off your Model M's and get spring buckling. Does that work?
Yeah. That coming up was practically a tongue twister.
Yeah, it was.
Ultimate Typing Championship
has
pits
returned.
the top typists of an online typing test.
I wrote it that way on purpose.
How many top typers could a typing test if a typing test could test typers? Test top typers.
Test top typers.
Yeah.